Scorpio, welcome. Okay, for some, it's definitely regarding love. The Two of Cups is here. This is a soulmate connection for some of you that's coming in. Now, this is a Leo, but you also have the Cups, so it could be a fellow water sign that's coming in. For some of you, there could be a past lover because you did have the Death card. It can symbolize things from the past that's coming in. A past lover that's wanting to get engaged or wanting commitment or wanting marriage with you. For others, it's someone brand new. It's someone brand new that's coming in, offering you love. The Two of Cups, they are offering you, they're falling in love with you. Maybe you're falling in love with them, but I feel like it's mutual. There's a very mutual understanding of each other. And I feel your souls are very aligned. I feel the stages that you're both at in your lives, I feel like you're very much at the same stage. You have the same energy that's bringing the two of you together. So I think your frequencies are aligning and the two of you are merging into a wonderful partnership. For some, this is someone brand new. Possibly could come from the medicinal industry or pharmaceuticals. You do have the ancient medical symbol here behind the Leo. They could also be, if they're not under the sign of a Leo, they may be, say for example, in a leadership role somewhere in their life. So say for example, they might be a CEO of a company or a manager of a company, or they may be the eldest sibling. I feel like they come from a role in their life, somewhere in their life, or maybe they're even a parent, where they have to exhibit leadership skills with the Leo here, or they have to lead a team of some kind, or maybe a flock of children with the Two of Cups. This is what I feel this person is. But there's definitely love for some of you, and as I said, it could also be with an Aries. There's a fire sign here, Scorpio. You did have Virgo as well, that really stood out, and possibly Libra with the scales here behind the Death card as well. So for some of you, I feel like there's a new start in love, or falling in love with someone, or falling back in love with someone you have felt disconnected with as well. Okay, for some of you, the Four of Swords is a time of withdrawal, rest, really analyzing life, taking time out, whether this means you're taking a holiday, whether this means you're sort of disconnecting, getting off the grid a little bit and just having time to think to yourself, Scorpio. This is going to bring you emotional peace, alignment, and it's also going to bring you an opportunity of some kind. I think this is where you might uncover a new passion of yours. As I said, you're being called to something you're passionate about, and taking the time off, or taking time off work, or taking time off, life in general, escaping for a little bit, meditating, resorting to following metaphysical or religious teachings may open your eyes up to something that you feel you're destined to do in your life. And I think there's a very deep spiritual awakening that might happen, because I see a slumber here. The tomb effigy, someone's in a deep sleep. And I feel like for those that have been not living life to the fullest, or not seeing their partner for who they are and the love that they're giving them, or just feeling really exhausted from life because they're not fulfilled in their jobs, they're not happy with where their life direction is going, I feel like you're going to emerge from a deep slumber. And as I said, there's lots of meanings here for rebirth here. You had the Death card as well, don't forget. Okay, Nine of Swords. I feel like those that have been feeling stressed, or have been experiencing insomnia, have been experiencing dark or anxious thoughts, I feel like this is the time to reawaken from this slumber, because for some of you it's emotionally exhausting, Scorpio, and it's taxing emotionally. It's draining you. It's really taking up all your thoughts, and this is detrimental to your health. The cards indicate here that this is either making you bedridden. There's two different people that are confined to their beds. That's bringing them away from the world, because you're indoors here. You're not seeing the wonderful lights, the wonderful outside. You're not seeing things from a different perspective because you're confined. You're chained by your own thoughts, presumptions, anxiousness, and this is not helping you for some of you. But I feel you will come out of this There is an opportunity for rebirth, but you have to be willing to put in the work, to put in the physical work. Ace of Pentacles here. For some of you, there is a new job, something more, or a new asset that's going to make you very, very happy. It could be a new job that's being offered to you. This could be a lump sum of money. This could be an asset. It could be a home. It could be a material possession. It could be a car that's being offered. And it's something you'll be very, very excited about, but something that'll make you very happy. And so be it, you know. We live on this physical realm, and if there's something that makes you happy, a certain possession, you know, don't feel guilty for enjoying it, because if you can afford to spoil yourself and that makes you happy, who's to say or who's to stand in judgment of that now or ever? It's completely up to you. But for some, I really do feel there's an earth sign connecting in love. A Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. In particular, you did have Virgo come up with the Hermit card. So I feel like this person, for some of you, is around you and is wanting to offer you commitment. I mean, look, people are making you offers here. There's up to 2 different offers, and you did have 2 different people with the Lovers card here. So I'm not surprised, Scorpio. For some, as I said, I think you'll just distance yourself and not really explore these love opportunities, but for others, I feel like you'll definitely want to explore them. And for those that have been married and have children, there could be some sort of engagement, or you might be finding out that your son or your daughter has met someone they've fallen in love with, and it could be someone under this sign. So I think there's, as I said, if this major life transformation isn't happening to you directly, it's certainly happening to someone else that's very near and dear to your heart. This is the wish card, 9 of Cups, beautiful. A wish that brings you happiness. A wish that brings you joy. Something's a dream come true here, Scorpio, and I'm wondering what it is. With the Ace of Cups, it's obviously something really important, something that makes you feel quite emotional. For some of you, it's just breaking free from an ex that you're going to be happy over. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel different about yourself. And it's only up from here, really. For others, there's a wish coming true about an engagement, about purchasing a home, maybe obtaining an asset. I feel you feel a lot of hope this month as well, because there is major transformation. I did mention this with the Death card here. Okay, major transformations for those that have children, I feel, or major transformations with jobs and contracts with the Judgment card here. For some of you that are creative and putting your work out to the world, I feel like there's going to be a review that's coming up about your work, about your creativeness, your talent, or something like this with the Death card. It's major though, and I feel you'll embrace it. This is the angel, and the family here is embracing the music. So some of you are facing the music, so to speak, but you're going to embrace it. And this is a card of family, so for some of you, it's certainly around your children. Major transformations around your children, studies, schooling, love, contracts. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there's definitely a change happening in terms of money and finances. I feel like a contract could bring you in work or in business. It could be a client that has children. It could be a customer that has lots of children. But I feel they're bringing in more money. The Nine of Pentacles is here. This could be money, an influx of finances, monetary gains, the prospect of abundance and prosperity that's around you this month. Absolutely. And as I said, you're going to make good judgment calls. As I said, the Death card was this major transformation, major change or transition in your life, moving on to the next stage of life. And with the Judgment card, I feel like you're making the right judgment call, Scorpio. For some of you. For others, you may still be stuck in this sort of Nine of Swords dilemma here. You also have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Spiritual, physical development here with the Queen of Wands, and also a Leo. Another Leo has come up here, so Leo is quite prominent. Superstition, belief in a higher power, spirituality, religiousness, philosophy. I feel like this will take precedence for you. Or there's a Leo that's helping you make these major that's helping you make these major changes or apply these major changes to you in your life. The Star card, it could be an Aquarius as well, but this is healing, this is fate, this is destiny. I feel like some decisions you may make, you're going to heal. If it's healing from a past lover with the Death card, if it's healing from past transgressions or things you've done in your past, you're reconciling with that, Scorpio. You can no longer punish yourself for this. It's time to heal. It's time to move on. It's time to make judgment calls, maybe a little bit better judgment calls than previously for some of you. But the Star card is healing. It is destiny. It is fate. And it is hope. It's magic. And I feel there's a really, you feel reinvigorated this month. You do. And as I mentioned, if there is fated things, there's certainly fated lovers that are coming in. So if you have experienced conflict in love, or you're starting to think seriously about love now, it's definitely on the forefront for you. Okay, Page of Swords. It could be with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that's coming up here. For some, I feel like this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius is a little bit hesitant to move forward, or is perhaps a little bit imbalanced themselves right now. And I think it's you that's going to provide the strength in the relationship, Scorpio. I feel like it's you that might take reign of the relationship and really guide it into the way you see it manifesting, or in the way you had envisioned. Because there could be some uncertainty regarding a relationship here, but I feel you're coming out of that. The Swords, especially those that are dealing with an air sign, there may be a little bit of conflict, but I think ultimately things will move on and things will become serious between the two of you, and communication, definitely. Okay, this notion of balancing has come up here with the Two of Pentacles. Balance, choices, juggling things. I think there's two potential suitors or two potential soulmates around you, and you're choosing between one. And if you're married, you're coupled up and you're happy, I feel like there's some sort of decision that needs to be made between you and your partner, you and your loved one. And it could be a major decision, something around movement with the boat here, something around finances, something around possessions, or possibly something around relocation as well, or travel. Okay, Three of Pentacles. You had the Three of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Some of you are negotiating with people in love. I feel like you're sitting down to have a proper, deep and meaningful conversation to negotiate or compromise or talk about sacrifices in love. Some of you, there might be a divorce happening, Scorpio. And if this is the case, I feel you have a lot of negotiation ahead of you, because there will be conflicting opinions, there will be conflicting views. Someone will not want to move forward. Someone is coming back with counter offers, and it's a bit, if this is a legal case around you and a significant other, or around someone else, it doesn't have to be romantic with the Lovers card. It could be, say, for example, a legal case against someone else, if you've pressed charges or they've pressed charges, or if you have some sort of legality where finances and negotiation is involved. I feel like this is possibly a bit of a obstacle for you, this little bit ongoing. But something with the three, the 2 and the 3 have come up a lot here. So 2-3 weeks, 2-3 months, 2-3 years. But the 7 is a high number, number, so I feel like there's a good outcome that will result from this. And divine intervention, if you will, with the Lovers card. So look, I hope this reading has been insightful for you, Scorpio.